friends. Well, happy Mindfulness Monday. Thank you for joining us today. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're returning to as a member of our group, longstanding, always coming back, welcome back. And please know if you are new here, you will be muted for the duration of today's session. And feel free to use the chat function to communicate with us. Share your questions, your thoughts, where you're joining from. And I'd like to invite you to join us on camera. If you're in a place for that and you feel comfortable, you'll see that it brings me a lot of joy and our facilitator and our community members to see you across the different areas that we're choosing to join from today. Our next live English session will be on June 30th, and that'll be Devin Hazy who's going to be joining us to facilitate that one. Welcome, John. Before we get into it, I want to remind you about our other PD Health at Home virtual programs. Each week, we offer sessions tailored to support people with Parkinson's and their care partners, including Mindfulness Mondays, Wellness Wednesdays, Fitness Fridays, expert briefings, and our Spanish language series, Y Salud en Casa. Be sure to visit our website to see what's coming up and explore archive videos on YouTube. This week's Wellness Wednesday, we will learn practical tools and strategies that can help you address the movement challenges that are common in Parkinson's disease. Movement symptoms can complicate the daily activities a person living with Parkinson's once did easily, like getting dressed, like putting a spoon to the mouth, like holding a mug, sleeping, and even walking. And it can be hard to adjust to these changes, but there are many things we can do to support a good quality of life. So if you'd like to learn some of those tips for daily living to ease movement challenges, you can join us for this week's Wellness Wednesday and register at parkinson.org/pdhealth. PD Health at Home is presented by the Light of Day Foundation. Many thanks to our sponsor, Light of Day, for their generous support in supporting the mission of the Parkinson's Foundation. And now I invite us into the space of mindfulness. Today we welcome back Carrie Goodman. Carrie, thank you so much for being here today.
Hey, Krista, and hey, everyone else. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to be in this space with you again. I'm so honored to be with all of you today. I am outside in the DC metro area on today, and I apologize in advance if there's any background noise or anything that may be distracting to our time together today. Today, I'm so excited to share about grounding and being in the present. Um, One of the things I am uh, fortunate enough and always aware of is being in the moment. Um, with everything that we are experiencing as a society, oftentimes we tend to be removed from where we presently are. So understanding how we feel, understanding what we're seeing, understanding our emotional state in the now is so crucial to this time. One of the important things, or a few things that are important in being in the present, is one, it reduces stress and anxiety. And that could be for patient, that could be for caregiver, that could also even be for provider. But being reducing stress and anxiety, it actually helps our being present. It also improves our relationships, how we interact with others. I think that's so key to being in the present. Um, but one of the most important things is the increased self-awareness. And so, where we are in this moment, I want you to just take a moment. I love this. Close your eyes and just feel where you are right now. Feel where you are right now. Regardless of everything that may be around you, we need to make sure that we are hearing our breath. You might wiggle your fingers. You may even wiggle your toes or even move your legs around. But be right here in this space, right where you are, regardless of any other noise that's around you. Find yourself in this space. So let's take a moment and just hear yourself breathe, feel yourself breathe. Let the breath of your body overtake you. This moment allows us to understand who we are right where we are. And your mind may have even started thinking about things of the past, and that's okay. It allows you to realize that you are where you are. You are very present, regardless of if we're thinking about things of the past or we're foretelling things. You are there. Think about the last thing that made you smile. Think about the last thing that brought you joy and pure happiness. Wow. And even as you think about those things that brought you joy, I want you to do one thing: simply smile. Come on, find a smile, find some happiness in that one thing. Because the reality is, with everything that's going on, we have to also make sure that we're mindful of those things that bring us joy, that bring us happiness, that bring us excitement. So just take another moment, think about that thing. Even if you have to laugh about it, go ahead and do that. Smile. And the reality is, it's not about doing anything perfectly. It is simply understanding and realizing where we are. Meet yourself right in this moment. And so, as we move into a grounding practice that I believe can help on our daily journey, um, it's called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. It's a simple exercise that we can do. Many of you may have heard of it, but it it involves understanding your senses. And so, uh, open your eyes, and as we understand our senses, that is our sight, our hearing, our touch, our taste. Uh, and so, the first thing I want you to do, and this is number 5, is look around where you are right now and name 5 things you see. Name 5 things you see. So I'm outside, and I'll give you an example. I see water. I see a bird. I see a tree. I see a boat. I see a raindrop. Find 5 things right where you are. What are those 5 things you see? Let your gaze move slowly. You don't have to rush. Now, the next thing I want you to do is notice 4 things that you can physically feel. It may be your feet on the floor or your hands on your lap, or you can feel the temperature in the air. So just name those 4 things you can physically feel. Take a moment. Again, don't rush the process. Four things you can physically feel. And then the next thing is three things you can hear. Tune into three sounds. They may be soft, they may be nearby, or even far away. Just listen without labeling them as good or bad. Three things. So I hear birds chirping. I can hear the water rushing. I even hear a car. Three things you can hear. And then next, two things you can smell. Notice two scents. Someone may have on a perfume or a hand lotion. You may smell coffee or tea. What are two things you can smell? Take a moment. And lastly, what is one thing you can taste? One thing you can taste. Notice the taste in your mouth. If there's none, simply notice that there's no taste. Take a moment. And let's take a few deep breaths. So, together, let's inhale and let's exhale. Do it again. Inhale and exhale. Once more, let's inhale and let's exhale. Now, take a moment. How do you feel? How do you feel? One of the beautiful things about that exercise that I love is it allows you to understand where you are. It allows you the opportunity to be present in the space that you are. It allows you a moment to survey your surroundings, be more mindful of right where you are in that moment. So I gift you this every day. Take a moment and do this uh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. That's five things you see, four things you can feel, three things you hear, two things you can smell, and one thing you can taste. And regardless of where you are, your environment may change, your location. You may be on vacation somewhere. You may be with family, but it allows you the opportunity to be very present wherever you are. So, regardless of how you feel, whatever moment that you're in, whatever state that you're in mentally, you're still allowed to be in that space. You're allowed to be in that space. Now, ask yourself this question as we close this space together. What did you notice about being present? Ask yourself, what am I noticing about being present? For me, in this moment, together with you, I am noticing that I am very aware of how I am feeling. I'm aware of my breath. I'm aware of what I hear. I'm aware of even the things that I see. And so as you go on this week, take a small piece of this with you. Just pausing to notice your breath and notice your surroundings. And that is uh, very powerful in us being present. So let's take another moment. Let's close our eyes, place our hands on our lap, and just take a moment and just feel yourself in this space. Feel yourself there. And I'll say it again, you're allowed to be right where you are. There may be a pain somewhere, but you're still allowed to be present right there with the pain. The pain does not overtake you. The emotions don't overtake you. They are all a part of who you are. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Let's breathe in and breathe out. One last time. Let's breathe in and let's breathe out. And let's count down together from 5 to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just repeat these words in your own space. I am here. Repeat those words. I am here. Let's say it again. I am here. I want to thank you for showing up for yourself today. I want to thank you for showing up to this space. And I want you to, as you go this week, to allow whatever calm energy may be encompassing you, allow that space to be. Allow it to be clear and allow it to fill you. And one last thing, I just feel it. Just take a moment and let's just love ourselves. Just give yourself a nice big hug and say it again. I am here. Again, I'm so grateful for this space. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that has joined today. Uh, go on throughout this week on purpose. But as you go on purpose, allow yourself to be there purposefully. Thank you so much again for this opportunity. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for allowing me this space. Thanks. I'll turn it back over to Krista.
Thank you, Carrie. I'm seeing claps, y'all. That's new. We haven't seen that yet. I'm getting some applause, Carrie. I would love to hear in the chat if you would be willing to write, what does presence mean to you? What does being present mean to you? What does being present mean to you? We can look up fancy definitions from John Kabat-Zinn. We can, yeah, see what the School of Mindfulness has to say, what it means to be present, but what does it mean to you? Being at peace and calm. Yeah, Kathy, I'm going to pull that a little bit more. What does being at peace mean? Turning off other thoughts. Presence, fully aware of what my senses are taking in. Yeah, what we're receiving through the senses. And Carrie guided us through that today. John, focused on the now. Focused on the now. Listening to my higher power. Yeah, Dave, what's that mean? What does listening mean? RS Cordish, letting go of thoughts that create anxiety. Yeah, they're like clouds, right? There's another one. Oh, watch it float. Oh, there's another one. Oh, oh, some raindrops and thunderstorms going on in that cloud. Let that one float away. Cindy, getting a break from trauma. Yeah. Helen, fully invested in the present. Yeah, what does that mean? What does it mean to be invested in the present? So these are things to think about. What does it mean to be present? And for me, it's smelling the coffee on the burner. It's feeling the mouse in my hand as I'm scrolling through the chat. It's looking in your eyes when I see you here on the screen. I'm not just looking at a screen. I see you. I see you. It's noticing you're thirsty and taking a drink, Sandra D. Yeah. What does it mean to be present? Listening inward, Dave. Yeah. What does that mean? What does inward mean? To hear what's happening inward. What does that mean? Right? We can have these really big philosophical ideas of this idea of being present, but really, what is it? It's feeling this shirt on my shoulders. It's feeling the coolness of the tips of my toes, that I might need to turn the aircon off, right? It's listening to these senses that Carrie guided us through. What can you hear? What do you feel? What can you smell? What do you taste? With eyes opened or closed, what do you see? Anything more to add about what does it mean to be present? Because I can see you all looking at me very attentively right now. That is presence. That is presence. You are here, right here. I'm grateful for your presence. All right, my friends, with just a few minutes to spare, anything else need to be written or shared in the chat before we close our mindful time together? Welcome, Dennis.
And I just want to say, Krista, really quickly, I love that some are putting in the chat, but just put these words, I am here, and constantly remind you on a daily basis that regardless of what you see, or regardless of what you're feeling, regardless of what you taste, I am here. You all are so beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I am here. 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 Thank you, Carrie. All right, my friends. Again, the next live English session will be on June 30th with Devin. And then we have a full season coming up for this summer. So be sure to tune in on those days when we're off. If you're still mindful, you can come to our YouTube channel and go through a guided presentation or use these tools that Carrie's sending us off with. Feeling your feet, I am here. Smelling the candle, I am here. Feeling the tremor, I am here. Frozen, I am here. All these things that come with Parkinson's. What a fascinating life. I was just sharing with my dad with Father's Day how life is such an interesting way of seasons, right? Things change and shift so quickly. So quickly. All right, my friends. Well, may you be present and here in this now moment mindfully. Thank you for being here. In between our sessions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We have that website, parkinson.org. You can call our helpline or email our helpline. It's there on the screen. And until our next session, may you find those precious present moments of being grounded in the present, here and now. All right, my friends. Until soon, be well and be here.